So Craig and I got in a heated debate earlier about Phillip Rivers being a Hall of Famer. And it almost ended our friendship because Craig thinks he is not a Hall of Famer. And I personally think he's a surefire Hall of Famer. It's without a doubt. All right. I'm going to read you three names: Dan Marino, Warren Moon, and Dan Fouts. What do all those guys have in common? You know what it is? Hall of Famers. You know what else they have in common? Losing records in the playoffs. So if all we're doing is basing this off losing records in the playoffs, then your arguments are invalid. Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, guys. He's a once-in-a-lifetime generational quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. He's played for one team his whole career right now, and he's got 59,000 passing yards, and he's got 123 wins as a starter. That is a top 10 in both categories, top 6 in the passing yards category. So what are we arguing about? Like, Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. If Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer because he doesn't have Super Bowls, then none of those guys are Hall of Famers because none of those guys have Super Bowls. Okay? Dan Marino played like 16 years in the league. After his first year, he never made it back to the Super Bowl. Didn't even come close. So why are we arguing that Phillip Rivers is not a Hall of Famer? He's a leader. He trash talks but backs it up, and he's a winner. He's a winner. He's got a better record than Eli Manning does. Besides those 2 Super Bowls, I think he's better than Eli Manning. And I think if they don't get traded on draft day, I think Phillip Rivers is the one with 2 Super Bowls, and we're not even having this discussion. And then Eli isn't a Hall of Famer because Eli doesn't have his Super Bowl wins, and he's a 500 quarterback. He's mediocre at best. All right, so I'm getting upset because we're actually having this argument, and we shouldn't be having this argument. Phillip Rivers is without a doubt a Hall of Famer. I was on the phone with Craig, walked in, I go, "Dad, is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?" Didn't even hesitate. Yep, exactly, because Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. He's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and we shouldn't be having this discussion. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's angering me. How is he not? What do you need to be a Hall of Fame quarterback then? What do you need? You need yards, you need wins, you need leadership, you need face of the franchises, you need... If you think of quarterbacks in the 2000s, you think of Phillip Rivers. You have to. Phillip Rivers has that funky throw, but he was great. He also has the record for most passes completed in a row without an incompletion. 30-something in a row. It's ridiculous. Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer, guys. And Craig might post a video rebuttaling this whole thing, and it almost ruined our friendship earlier. All right, because Craig got heated. All right, but he's a Hall of Famer. I know what we talked about on our podcast about, is being mediocre make you a Hall of Famer, and according to the NFL, yes, but Phillip Rivers is not mediocre. He is one of the best. All right, just because you don't have a ring does not make you a bad quarterback. All right, he is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to say it again. Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. All right, if you have a disagree with me, leave in the comments, and I'll happily discuss with you. Friendly. I'll discuss with you kindly. All right, if you're going to get mean, don't comment. But listen, if you want to talk about it, and I will gladly take your response, leave it in the comments and let me know what you think.